Whenever you're ready, Jason.
I'm good.
You good? We're recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
We're recording, everybody. Everybody, day 8, non-existent day 8 of the rally. We are back up in New Jersey where we belong. Not like the Jersey Shore people, but back in Jersey. Wanted to give you a couple of thoughts about the rally, about the car, more importantly, how it fared along the way. I do not regret the decision to buy this car. This car was great. I loved it. Matt loved it. The cool shirts really saved the day and allowed us to really enjoy this car. We did really well in the track event for an 11-year-old Mustang to run with Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and I think we were 8th place around Moroso or Palm Beach International, which is really good considering the thing is old and the brakes are like this big. But the car was great. It had plenty of power. The transmission was great. Clutch was great. Things that I would change about it, obviously the front nose is not really designed for speed. I found this out afterwards. I go online and everyone's like, oh, don't drive fast with the front nose on. Don't know what to tell you, just a bad design. Once we pulled that off, it was a completely different rally. The car was shaking violently over 110, 120 miles an hour when the lip was on. When it came off, we took it up to 165, no problems. Plenty of power, plenty of grip, a lot more grip than I was expecting. The car had a lot of body roll going around the track, but it never came loose. It never understeered and it never came out on me. I don't know what to say. I mean, the wipers were good. As far as this car was designed to do, as far as just going out, bombing around, it was a lot of fun. A lot of people asked, why not no 304 Cobra? Honestly, I'm not a really big Mustang guy. This is probably the only Mustang I would ever purchase, and I don't regret it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to list it up for sale next week, but I'm just going to throw a new carbon fiber splitter on it and enjoy it for the rest of the summer, and if somebody wants it off my hands, just shoot me an email. I wanted to go over some of the comments you guys had. I let you guys throw some questions at me through Facebook, so if you swing over here, I'll go through some of them. How many tickets? James Edward King the 4th. Really, you need the 4th on there. How many tickets did you get this time? The cops were out in force. We experienced the rally a little differently this year than last year, only because the way rallying works is you're in the lead pack getting the cops coming out, and if you fall behind them and you're in the mid pack somewhere, like we were for the first couple of days, it is a non-stop gauntlet of cops. So people commented, oh, why were you not driving so fast in the video? Mainly because there was cops every 35 feet, and we can only go as fast as A, the car would allow us to go, and B, as fast as the conditions would allow with the cops every 30 yards. We got 5 pullovers this year and 1 ticket. We talked our way out of a bunch of them. If you let me grab a piece of paper from the other side, I want to show you guys something. Jason, you can stay over there and just look at the car or something, or keep people busy while I'm ducking in here. Okay. This wrinkled up piece of paper, and you don't have to zoom in too close because I don't want to give you my information, but was a note from the DMV stating that my driving privilege has been scheduled for suspension according to blah 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 statute, effective 7/8/2011. The rally started on the 9th. So on the 8th I called up, I filed for an appeal, which gave me a couple of weeks to sort everything out. And when I called up the day before the rally, turns out that they've notified me that I have an appeal hearing, but my license was still suspended because somebody forgot to unsuspend it. So for the first weekend until Monday rolled around, my license was suspended. So we drove almost like 1,200 miles in the first weekend on a suspended license. So any pullover could have resulted in an arrest, which would suck. We did get pulled over once. Me and Matt, we didn't get this on video because we were a little hesitant to even record it, for doing 41 and a 30 going to one of the checkpoints after leaving Arizona. What we did was every time the cop tried to like leave our window, oh, no, wait, come here, let's tell you something. And we ended up talking our way out of the ticket before the cop even walked back to the car, ran my license, just told us to slow down, let us on his way. If you see this, I apologize for putting you through that, but thank you very much for letting us out. I know you're a Mustang guy. I'm glad you enjoyed the car. Thumbs up. The other pullovers we had 41 and a 30. We had 81 and a 70, which was the first ticket that we got. Matt got pulled over for 69 and a 40. We're not supposed to tell anyone that, so just keep it between us and the rest of the world. We also talked our way out of that. We got pulled over down in that roadblock, which you saw on video on day 6. and then we got pulled over one more time. I forget when it was, but we talked our way out of each and every ticket. We got 1 ticket, 5 pullovers. We got the BS pullover for 46 and a 45. That's the main one. That one pissed me off, going to the Dr. Pepper factory in Dublin, Texas. I don't like you, whoever you are, that cop. Everybody else is pretty cool, but that cop particularly, don't like it. Let me get to some more questions here and wrap this up for you guys. What are the weight specs? Cobra R, this is pretty much stock. I think it makes about 363 to the wheels. I didn't really buy on the Rally. You don't need a ton of horsepower. You just need a car that's naturally aspirated, pretty much, and reliable. Let's see. Why not the 0304 Cobra? Because again, this is the only Cobra or Mustang I would probably ever buy. Matt, through his press connections, had a chance of getting us the Laguna Seca, whatever new Mustang was out there, and we both decided that this would be a better choice as long as we had those cool suits. What am I planning on? Mason's asking me, what am I planning on driving for next year's Bull Run? It's the week after. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what I'm driving. I don't know who I'm driving with. Only time will tell. Andrew, were the cops better or worse this year? It really depends. I'm sure the cops are pretty much the same every year. Situations that make it worse are when we're in the same state for a long period of time. This year we were in Texas for like 1,400 miles. And once the cops in one state are alerted, you're done. And that was a little trying on the entire group, not just me. Let's see. Who got the most tickets? I couldn't tell you. What was the issue with the thing in the front? The front splitter that kept breaking was just due to the wind. We didn't hit anything. It's just a poor design. You ask Ford, they'll tell you it was tested up to 250 miles an hour. It wasn't. We didn't hit anything. It's a perfect factory splitter that just the wind wiped out. Which place had the worst police? I'd say Texas this year, only because of how long we were in it. How many people were arrested total, says AJ. I think there was about 8 or 9 arrests total this year. I don't have the exact number. Let's see, any other good comments? A lot of questions on here, guys. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to get to all of them. How was this year's experience compared to previous years? For me, it's not so much I didn't like the car. I didn't like the route this year personally. There's people that loved it and they loved the amount of driving. I didn't feel like we did any spectacular checkpoints where I was running to get my camera to take a picture to send home to my wife. There was a lot of driving this year, and I sort of like when we go east to west and you gain an hour every other day through the time change, and you also get the terrain changes going from the plains to the mountains to the desert. In my opinion, the first like 3 or 4 days was all the same. It was Vegas desert to Scottsdale desert to Texas desert to Texas desert to New Orleans, and there was a lot of the same driving. You lose the elevation change, the terrain change, and I really like driving up through Colorado and everything. We weren't able to do that. So in my opinion, this year was fun. There was a lot of cars, a lot of energy, but I did enjoy previous years like the New York to LA in 06 and also the last year's rally, New York to Vegas. Hope that answers that. Which car will you be using next year? I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much how many cars got damaged or crashed. A lot of cars suffered damage, rock chips, windshields. Vanilla ice hit the Camaro into a truck tire and wiped out the front corner of the fire breather. Other than that, there was only that one accident. That's the first accident I've actually heard of or experienced in the 8 years that the Bull Run's been going on. So I'm glad everyone was okay. We made it okay. Oh, is any of this footage going to be on Super Speeder 6? None of this footage is going to make it to Super Speeder 6. A lot of people were saying, why Super Speeders, why weren't you guys driving fast? It's not that we weren't driving fast. We were driving as fast as conditions and the car allowed us to on all days. The car was our I would call it our parachute for the first couple of days. Once we took the splitter off, we were good and placing well. Me and Matt were usually behind the camera, not on the camera, not behind the camera. That's why you didn't get a lot of footage. We were out there just trying to have a good time and keep you guys updated, but we weren't showing you the speedometer and shooting a bunch of B-roll and adding music to it. We just wanted to show you guys the experience and allow you to live it as we did. So that's why it was mostly the cops that pulled everyone else over, and the cops that pulled us over is what comprised the video, and that's why you see a lot of slow driving, because when cops are around, we're not doing 250 miles an hour past them. Other than that, I had a couple notes I wanted to touch on. Tops better or worse, thoughts on the route, how fast you drove, why Cobra. I think I got all of it, guys. I hope this answers questions. If you have any more questions, just shoot me an email, rob@superspeeders.com. Leave your comments down here. I'll try to get back to as many as you can. Check us out on Facebook, Super Speeders fan page, or my personal Facebook is RobFerretti. You can check out Matt Farah. I hope you guys like Matt Farah's show on Speed Channel. I hope you enjoyed following us on the rally this year. If you have any questions, comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, throw them in here. Thank you guys for your time. We'll see you on the next video. All right, take care.